Good morning. Good afternoon. This is the Ramblings of an Indisciplined Mind podcast for Monday, November 21st, 2016. It's cold. And that was especially relevant because the furnace has acted a little wonky at the house. Last weekend, there was one morning we got up and temperature was a couple degrees below what it should be, and the furnace wasn't running for some reason, so I went downstairs and fussed with it and turned it off and turned it back on, and Shazam, it started up again. Well, yesterday morning, the same thing happened, and turn it on, turn it off again, and it started up again. But then later in the afternoon, it stopped. It began to have more troubles, and it wouldn't start. It would ignite, but then the flame would go out just a couple seconds later. So it was pretty much worthless. And so we turned it off for the afternoon. We got the gas fire in the fireplace in the living room going. And we didn't. We were just kind of muddling along, and we were going to a friend's house for dinner at 5, and by that point we were already almost down to 60. And we came back and it was like 60. And oh my gosh. So we got the fire in the fireplace going. I tried to because we just turned the furnace off, so I tried to turn the furnace on again. And lo and behold, it came on and ran, and we got caught up with heat. And then we went ahead and turned it off for the night because once it got caught up, it started doing the not igniting thing again. So it's like, okay, so there's something wrong there. So we turned it off, and I stayed up and watched the Packers lose. So I was coming to bed a little bit before midnight, and at that point, it was, I think, 62 in the bedroom. Not very comfortable. But we had blankets and whatnot. We figured we could, last it out. What we didn't want to pay the exorbitant weekend rate. So we thought we'd wait. And I'd already looked them up and saw that they open at 7. So as soon as we woke up, and it was like 55 in the bedroom, according to the thermometer. So yeah, that was really cold. And I called the furnace place, and they said they'd be there between 9 and noon. And then when I got downstairs, I went down and tried to turn the furnace on again, and apparently when it waited for a bit, if it's off for a while, then it'll let whatever the problem was work, and so it got started, and the house started heating up, and we lit the fireplace again in the living room, and it wasn't too bad. We were muddling through, and then the furnace guy came about 11, and it was just a dirty flame sensor is all it was. So the heat is on. We've got the heat again, which is nice, and it's nice that it was like just under $100 for the service call fee, and that's all it was, because there were no parts, and under an hour worth of labor. So that was cool. He also did a carbon monoxide check, so we don't have to worry about dying in the night. That's always a good thing. Always a good thing. So yeah, that's really kind of been the big happenings. I went over 45,000 words today. I didn't actually think I was going to get my 2,000 in yesterday, but I did, because I didn't think I was going to have time. But it worked out well, and I got done. But I was having this because we had church in the morning, and then we were making a cake to take to the friend's house, and I hadn't written yet, and I was going to make the cake, and while the cake was baking, I was going to start on my writing. And it was kind of funny because we decided to cook up some eggs, to make some deviled eggs for the two of us when we made tuna fish for lunch. And so we did that. We cooked up the eggs, and then I went to make the cake, and the mix said it needed 3 eggs. And I go to get the 3 eggs, and I just had this twins that told me what I was going to find. And I opened the door, and there's only 2 eggs there. So I had to run out. To the store and get eggs. And I'm driving back home, and it's like 1:30 in the afternoon, and I'm just looking at the clock going, I haven't written any words yet. And I'm just like, it's funny how if you haven't written in a while, or even started for that day while I'm doing nano, it's kind of like an itch. It's like, oh, I got to write words. I'm not writing words. I haven't written enough words. I've only got X number of words done and whatnot. Yeah. So I've had that itch, but I've already got like 1,200 words down for today. So I'm feeling good for today, and I'm thinking no later than Wednesday I will have broken 50,000, which would and basically say I've won nano, although I won't be done yet. No. I've got a long ways to go. I'm just hoping I can get it done by the end of the month. It might flow over into December a little bit. I'm hoping not too much, because I do have editing work I want to be doing in December on Stolen Time. Got things to do, man. But that's really all I thought I'd talk about today. I will be back tomorrow, and I'll be talking to you then. So, be seeing you